All right, gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. You're good here and up, and you're good here and up. Go ahead, touch them up, gentlemen.
Is Pat Brown the real deal? We may not find that out tonight, but we're going to find out how tough he is, because Felix Valera is built to last. Although he has lost 3 of his last 4 fights, he did go the distance with Tristan Kalkruth back in April on a fight you saw here on DAZN.
Yeah, 2 weapons that Valera has. He does have power, has shown it in the cruiserweight division. He has great durability. Bend the distance with Tristan Kalkruth, as we mentioned. Also Dimitri Bivol, Sullivan Barrera, Maxim Vlasov. These are championship-level guys that Valera has stood up to. Can he stand up to the power of young Pat Brown?
Pat Brown said, "I'm the kind of guy that I'll take one to give one. And when the poo hits the fan," this is a quote from him, "when the poo hits the fan, I just want to give it back. So I have to work on being a little more patient and not getting too hot-headed in there when I get clipped."
Yeah, that's one thing about the pros. Sometimes it only takes one, especially at these bigger, higher weights, cruiserweight and heavyweight. These guys can punch. You can't make mistakes at these bigger weights.
There you see one of the skills I've seen from Pat Brown early, the punch variance. He confuses you in the ring because he's a dedicated body puncher. He's not committed to one spot or one punch. He's got power in both hands, and he's not afraid to dig downstairs.
Both men look to be boxing very economically, picking their spots, taking their time. Good poise shown by both men here. Good body shot there. Double left hand from Pat Brown, high and low. Love that combination.
Pat Brown said he's really enjoying his first visit to Florida. Got to take in some rides at Universal. Loved the Harry Potter ride, he said, but it made him sick because it was 3D.
Let me tell you, Chris, this is the kind of A+ journalism you can expect from Todd Grisham during fighter meetings.
I want to know.
Really getting the nitty-gritty out of him, huh?
Yeah. Okay, Ellen DeGeneres, calm down over there.
Good judge of range here from Pat Brown. Just stepping very adeptly out of range. There he caught with some shots, caught some leather, but for the most part, really understands his length and the length of his opponent.
And Chris Mannix mentioned it earlier. Pat Brown and his team really want to get some rounds in. They said ideally we'd love to get like 7 or 8 rounds in and then knock him out in the 8th.
Yeah, Jamie Moore, Pat Brown's great trainer, said 8th round knockout would be ideal for Pat Brown in a fight like this.
Oh boy, that affected Valera a little bit. Got him off balance.
Stiff jab.
And now you can see Valera flinching with every...
Oh, big shot from Valera there over the top. Left hand.
21 knockouts in his 24 wins, Felix Valera.
10 seconds, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
And there are a couple English fans. So Pat Brown from Manchester, England, said his favorite fighter, American fighter at least, was Floyd Mayweather Jr., but only during the pretty boy stage, Chris Algieri. He liked the finishes that Floyd was giving us.
I like that. A lot of people forget the pretty boy stage of Floyd Mayweather's career because he was a destroyer back then, scoring knockouts. The Diego Corrales fight, one of my favorites. Angel Manfredi, another victim of the power of young, early, lighter Floyd.
And that left to the body from Pat Brown twice now has gotten the attention of Felix Valera.
Oh! Yeah, that straight right hand backs Valera up against the ropes, and these punches are so heavy from Pat Brown, and down goes Valera!
And that was one of those equilibrium shots right in the temple of Felix Valera. Delayed reaction, but drops him to the canvas.
An early stoppage here would be super impressive. Valera looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, the face of Valera does not look good. He may go down swinging here in round number 2. Pat Brown is eating his lunch!
8, 8, 6, 7, 8. Go that way. Move that way. Come here. You good?
Pat Brown's corners telling him to dig to the body in these exchanges.
So much for this going 8 rounds. Brown just sealed the deal! Flat on his face! What a performance! Manchester's Pat Brown. Wow.
So much for getting 8 rounds. Wow.
That is a dangerous, dangerous man.
Yeah, that left hook is a thing of beauty and savagery.
Keep in mind, Valera's last fight, he went the distance with another young prospect from Golden Boy, Tristan Calcruth, who Oscar De La Hoya believes could be a title contender, but this was on another level from Brown.
Yep.
You don't normally see a 4-0 prospect going against a guy with so much experience in a Felix Valera, a guy with 32 professional fights, guy who's been in with world-class competition.
Back home supporting me.
Incredible performance there by Pat Brown. I mean, vicious.
Thank you very much. I love you all.
Amazing killer instinct as well. As soon as he had his man hurt, he went for it.
And that's what you gotta love, Chris. A guy who, when he smells blood, goes for the kill.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, his trainer Jamie Moore's hoping he got 8 rounds out of it. Here, he used that left hook to square Valera up and then threw that right hand right down the middle. And then it's a left hook there, right behind the ear. Wobbled Valera as he went back. The equilibrium shot, and then it's going to be another left hook here, I believe. They trade shots, and big left hook right there, right on the point of the chin. Valera landed as well, but not as big. And then the end of the fight, once again, right on the chin. Beautifully timed, well-placed power shots in the middle of exchanges. Really, really nice punch selection, putting them right on his opponent's chin and putting him down for the count.
And listen, it's obvious Valera's well past his prime, but still, he doesn't go out like that.
No. It's not about getting the win, it's how you win when it comes to a guy like Valera. And to do it that way, I mean, much respect to Pat Brown. This guy has a really bright future.
Well, Brown said, listen, this guy could cause us some problems, but, man, there was only one problem in the ring tonight, and his name was Pat Brown. David Diamante makes it official.
Referee Alicia Collins calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute, 34 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by knockout. He's still undefeated, Patrick the Bomber Brown.
Chris Mannix is in the ring.
Well, Pat, congratulations. Your trainer, Jamie Moore, said he wanted to see this fight into the second half, maybe the 8th round, but you get it done in the second in your U.S. debut. How'd you feel about that performance?
Yeah, I'm happy with it, but listen, I never go looking for it. That's the difference. It just comes, and I respect my opponent massively. You know, Eddie mentioned at the press conference all his accolades and what he's done, and yeah, it's a serious. Even though he's old, every old dog has tricks, don't they? So you can't underestimate him.
You know, Felix Valera, to your point, is the most experienced opponent of your professional career, has been in at the championship level. What were you seeing from him in the first round?
It's just patience. That's the higher up you go. You can't just go in like a bulldozer. So I know that, and that's what I've been working on in sparring. But I know he's a tricky customer, and once we got him hurt, it goes to anyone out there. Like, I don't let you get off the hook easy.
You got him hurt early in that second round. What kind of shots were you looking for in those exchanges?
Just not getting, over eager really. But when my left hook lands and my body shots and that, it'll hurt anyone.
Seemed like you were softening him up a little bit with some of those body shots. Could you sense those openings?
Here and there, yeah, but it's too early. It's too early into the rounds. You know, I was surprised with myself, to be honest. I would not put money on myself doing that. So yeah.
We were asking you before the fight, what kind of fights do you think you're ready for? Your team is obviously very excited about your future. You said, ask me after this fight what kind of fights you're ready for. So what would you answer that question with now?
I'm 25 years of age, 26 in 9 days now. There's no mega rush, but I understand people will want to see me in the big fights. So listen, I'll fight anyone. That's the way I've been brought up, but that's not me calling anyone out. Whoever Jamie, Eddie, Sam, they come up with, and Nige, I'll trust them with all my heart. So yeah, I'll get in the ring with any man, and whoever they put me in with, it'll be the right time.
5-0 as a pro, 1-0 here in the U.S. Did it feel good to get a win stateside?
Yeah, 100%. You know, at the resort, it's been beautiful. Couldn't have gone any better. And listen, I've reached the pinnacle of boxing. Me and my dad, you know, my dad's took me to the gym since 7 years of age. We've never been on a business flight together, and we did that. He's been smiling all week. You know, he's been working his bollocks off, pardon me French, all his life for me and my two brothers. And, you know, I brought my dad to America, and yeah, he's loving it. He's living life, and that's everything to me. All I want to do is make that man proud, and I have done. So yeah, I've reached the top of the sport already, doing that for me dad.
Congratulations, Pat.
Thank you.
Eddie, we'll turn to you. It's been a long time since I've seen you this excited about a prospect. You told us right before this fight started, watch this, watch what Pat Brown does. What did you think of what you saw tonight?
Just phenomenal. I mean, in his 5th fight, to go through a guy like Valera, former world champion. We saw him last time out against Golden Boys prospect Tristan Calroof, who's a very good fighter, 16-1, I think. He gave him a real hard 10 rounds. Pat does the same thing every time. So the first round just comes out, just measures and measures. And Louis de Cuba Sr. down there came up to me, he said, wow, he said, this kid's like a young Rocky Marciano. So tonight, for me, that's my new name for him, Manchester's Rocky Marciano. This kid is going to go all the way. He's such a massive problem for every cruiserweight in the world. Forget Britain, in the world. And he's nice and calm. He knows we're going to take it nice and slow. But, you know, Sam Jones, Nigel, Jamie, they know we've got this absolute diamond on our hands in Pat Brown. A guy who's going to be in the most exciting fights, light up British boxing. And tonight, he made his US debut in his 5th fight. And that's when you know you're special. Come out and produce a performance like that. You guys watching, everyone that knows and watching knows their boxing, saw that and they know we got something very, very special on our hands here. Pat's right. He's 25, nice and slow, but the reality is this kid is the goods, and he's absolute box office to watch with dynamite in both hands. And I can't wait for the journey.
Appreciate it, Eddie. And, Rocky Marciano, no pressure. No pressure he's putting on you there, though. Appreciate it, Pat.
I mentioned earlier that Pat Brown, the opposite of Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. as far as being brash. He said, I surprised myself in there tonight. I wouldn't have bet money on myself doing that.
Yeah, when you have a talker like Eddie Hearn,